So we can whack in as many veg as we like, really.
Do you know what? Just chuck it all in. It's all about the flavour. Now, at the same time, raw prawns. They're going straight in because they're going to cook in that.
Cooking the prawns in the soup means there's no need to fry them in oil.
That's going to be 2 or 3 minutes. This doesn't get any easier, does it? One pan, loads of food, chuck it in the pan, boil away. Simple. So right at the end, I want to throw in some bean sprouts and the rice noodles. Oh, yes. OK, now, the girls, that is it. Right, let's get it out. Come on.
That. Well, that's the soup done in less than 15 minutes.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's perfect.
This is beautiful.
With the soup at just 200 calories a portion, there's room for an extra treat, dessert. 250 calories a portion is the normal iced tiramisu calorie content. I'm going to do it for 150. Oh. I've got a little surprise for you.
See, you've got all the ingredients that I like there. Cake and chocolate and alcohol.
Yeah. I'll just try it for you.
OK, first things first, it's just 2 tablespoons of Kahlua in some instant coffee. 2 tablespoons, not 2 shots. All right, so just go easy, please, go easy. OK, really, really simple. It's the sponge fingers dipped in coffee and Kahlua. Don't mess about.
Yep.
And then 450 gram, pretty much a nice big tub of frozen yoghurt. There's 350 calorie difference between that and ice cream.
Wow.
Spread it along. Now, chocolate. The darker, the richer, the better.
By adding finely grated plain chocolate, you can get the taste with far less calories.
All we're doing, same again. OK, so they've got a nice layer of chocolate. Now, that just needs to go in the freezer for 2.5 hours.
OK. I've got a feeling you're going to say that you've got one already made.
Of course I have! Of course I have.
Brilliant.
Oh, that looks great.
Matt's done the cooking, we've whipped out the calculator, and this slimline 2-course lunch comes in at 350 calories, leaving a bit of room for another mouthful of tiramisu. Cheeky.
Surely you've got to be happy with that.
Oh, it's lovely. What's for dinner?
What's for dinner?
If you want to try any of Matt's recipes, go to channel4.com/food. Inspired by Matt's mouth-watering recipes, we all get shopping.
Isn't that nice?
For 100 calories, you get a lot of veg, and the mixed bags are an instant hit.
Like, how much you get in that for 100 calories?
I think that's... I mean...
Isn't it?
That's enough to feed 2.
Yeah, totally. Brilliant.
With the next weigh-in only a few days away, it's vital to stay focused.
Rice salad. Do you think I should get brown rice?
Brown rice, yes. Yeah. Much better. It's far more healthy.
Oh, OK. Take your advice, Gal.
Go on.
But the divas have a calorific dilemma.
We're having a party.
So how many units do you think you're going to go for each for the party, then?
Well, I was going to have 4 of these for the party.
So was I. I'm only going to have 2 because I'm a lightweight and I get tipsy quite quickly.
Shopping in 100-calorie portions should help the girls stick to their 1,200-calorie limit, if all goes to plan.
In fact, I just don't think I should eat the whole weekend, really, and just drink.
Food-phobic Emma Hall is slowly weaning herself off her crispy cravings and trying to eat 3 proper meals a day. But a fear of choking has left her with a limited diet. To help her to start eating healthily again, she's gone to see dietitian Ursula Philpott. And Emma's about to face her worst fear.
They all make me feel uncomfortable.
They all do, yeah.
To eat foods she hasn't eaten for years.
The idea of this afternoon is to try and get you actually trying a few of the new foods, OK?
I'm feeling a bit nervous, to be honest, making me feel a bit sick. Even like the chicken drumstick, I wouldn't eat that because it's like on the bone, so...
So at the moment you're feeling quite anxious because there's a lot of new foods in front of you and there's nothing that feels safe to you. No, that's quite normal, is what I would say. When you first try something new, your anxiety can be sort of up here. It can be 10 out of 10, really. By the time you've tried it sort of 10 or 12 times, you'll still be anxious, but it will be a amount of 3 out of 10 rather than a 10 out of 10. What we're going to try and do is pick out some things that you might want to try.
Probably banana, because I know I have ate them
Previously
before. I just haven't ate them
for a long time. Okay. And just chew it well. What did you think?
It's okay.
How did it taste?
It didn't taste like how I remembered it to taste. It didn't really taste of anything.
Tried something new that you haven't had for years. Okay, well done. So these are just little cherry tomatoes, so they're very tiny tomatoes and they're very sweet. Do you want to just pull one off? Because if you tend to... Yeah, pull that bit off. If you bite into it, the seeds tend to drip on you.
Oh my God, put the whole thing in my mouth.
It's up to you, you can do, or you can just bite it.
Should I cut it?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. You're pulling your face.
That's a bit weird.
But with a little coaxing, Emma's on a roll.
Okay, so this is pasta salad.
The pasta's okay. It doesn't look like it's something you should eat. Yeah, I like cheese.
Yeah? With ham, what you want to try and avoid is too much of the sort of processed packaged ham, because it's quite high in salt.
It's fine. It's just a bit like eating grass.
These are oat cakes.
A bit like cardboard.
The idea is that you put things on them. Salmon. And the great thing about oily fish is that it contains a fat called omega-3.
It's a bit of a weird taste.
It's quite a strong taste, isn't it? Try things that it's cooked in, because it's so much more mild when it's cooked. Well done.
Emma's gone from a paltry diet of crisps, chicken and chips to having 12 new foods in her culinary repertoire. Now that's a big achievement.
I'm shocked, actually, that I tried so many, especially like the salmon, because that, normally, I'd look at that and just wouldn't do it. So, yeah, I'm really proud, especially that because I like them as well, so it just shows that I should try more, because I might be surprised I might actually like something.
Me and my dieting divas are in the middle of our 2-week drop a dress size challenge. We're all working hard to stick to our 1,200 calorie daily limit, but over at Ready Meal Queen Deb's house, there's some amazing news. The one-woman self-confessed cookery disaster is finding her lessons with Matt Dawson are starting to pay off.
I did make the soup yesterday, and that's the leftovers, so I will probably have that for lunch. I found that really, really tasty. And loved cooking it because it was one pan and you threw it all in.
So far, our dieting divas have done well resisting temptation. But they're about to face their first big test. Our Gail is throwing a party. And fatty foods and naughty booze are everywhere.
Hi, it's Saturday night and I've just arrived at Gail's party with my little sample bottle.
I've tried to be really good, but look, my 2 portions of Bacardi is now gone.
So I might have just a tad more to drink than was anticipated.
Once the booze starts flowing, the best of intentions go down the drain.
I'd like you all to know that I've had a fantastic time at Gail's party. Hey-ho! We're going to be filling this right to the top. And it's no, with Bacardi.
Even Bev hits the dance floor. With Lizzie not there, there's only one member of our calorie counting collective not to break their diet at the party.
I've had one little tiny drop of Bacardi and now I'm on Diet Coke because I don't fancy drinking. I've totally put off that and I've had probably about 4 carrots.
But the following day, and with the next weigh-in looming large, one of the dieting divas is feeling somewhat repentant.
I got really drunk really quickly and really naughty drunk as well. Me and Gal, towards the end of the evening, were sticking carrot sticks in Bacardi and Diet Coke because we were looking at the healthy vegetable option.
There are all kinds of factors that influence what we eat. I've been investigating the food industry and supermarkets and the techniques they use to attract us to foods that we don't need but can't resist buying. UK households spend on average £92 billion a year on food and drink. And as sales go up, so does the weight of the average Briton.
75p for 6-pack of crisps?
Today, I'm investigating the health haze on food packaging that distracts us from reading the small print.
I don't know if you've noticed, because I definitely have, that when you go around the supermarket, there are loads and loads of foods these days
that seem to have health benefits.
Heart healthy, omega-3 and 6. Ooh, okay, real mayonnaise. Guess what? It's a good, natural source of omega-3. Okay.
Since when did high-fat mayonnaise become a source of goodness? Or high-sugar snack bars?
Source of calcium, iron and 6 vitamins.
Even sweets?
Excellent source of vitamin C.
All the foods in my trolley are promoted as having benefits.
You'd have thought that we were the healthiest nation on the planet.
But even staple products, which all of us eat regularly, these days come in versions which emphasise extra benefits. Take omega-3. Scientific research suggests that fish-based omega-3 oil is useful for maintaining a healthy heart. So I've hit the streets with a basket of everyday items. I've got bread, margarine and eggs, in their standard versions and in versions with omega-3. So what is it about these omega-3 versions that people like?
I do look for things that have got something extra in them, because if it's something that I'm going to eat every day, like margarine, bread, etc., then it's nice just to know that I'm getting some nourishment out of it.
That one, I think, yeah.
Ah, so you would go for this one with the added omega-3?
Yeah, that one is more modern, and the omega-3 kind of jumps out at you. We've been told it's quite an important health thing to do.
I think I'd go for the brown ones just because it says omega-3, it says intelligent. If it was a quick hit, I'd go for the brown box.
In leading supermarkets, we found over 40 products with omega-3 on the label. But how much do we actually need? The Scientific Advisory Committee on Nutrition says we should have 3 grams a week. Consumer Group, which launched an investigation into these functional foods and those which promote omega-3, came under particular scrutiny.
What Which have done is we have looked at some of the products. Now, for example, we've got some eggs over there.
Yes.
They're sold as omega-3 eggs, but we do know that you'd have to eat over 20 eggs a week to get the right amount of omega-3. Also, the beans. You would have to eat 42 tins of these beans.
No way.
Yeah. You would have to eat 168 slices of bread every week to get your omega-3. An alternative, have 2 portions of fish, such as salmon, sardines, mackerel. I mean, this is one of our problems. On the label, it boasts about, yes, contains omega-3, but you'd have to eat, in some cases, a massive amount of these products.
Do you know what, Jenny? That's a proper con, as far as I'm concerned.
So to eat the recommended weekly allowance of omega-3, you could have 2 portions of fish for 520 calories, or 20 eggs at 1,400 calories, or 42 tins of beans and sausages at 7,000 calories, or 168 slices of bread at a whopping 15,000 calories. To get the health benefits of omega-3, we would have to consume vast quantities of these foods and an excessive number of calories. Jane Landon of the National Heart Forum is concerned that this health haze is also being applied to foods that should only be consumed in moderation and as part of a balanced diet.
I mean, look at this table of snack foods. Surely none of this is good for you. Surely this just makes you fat, Jane.
Yes, we're seeing more and more claims, nutritional claims and health claims on all sorts of products, most unlikely products as well. Chocolate products, crisps, health sells, basically.